What's up, everyone? J-Bone back here to talk a little bit about some 205 Live. I haven't done a review for that since the pilot episode, and in being sick through a good chunk of December, let's just say I've gotten away from a lot of things, and the stuff I've done has been sporadic at best. But now, with the month and the year coming to an end, I'm trying to get back on pace and just trying to be more consistent on the channel, especially to ring in the new year. By the way, I hope you all had a good holiday weekend, whatever you celebrate. Christmas, Kwanzaa, Canadian Boxing Day, or horribly belated July 4th, whatever you celebrate, hope you had a good weekend. I probably put on about good 10 pounds is what I feel like. Good thing it's Christmas, got some new clothes. But yeah, let's talk some 205. I took some notes. I binge watched some recent 205 episodes, including tonight's. Just got done watching it, and want to talk about some bullet points. I'm not going to talk about every single episode, each match, whatever. Just going to highlight some things that I think are significant that have happened on the brand of 205 Live, or the show, whatever you want to call it, on the network. Number one of the biggest things that I have seen a change in since the start, a little over a month ago, for the show, is the crowds. The crowds are starting to stick around. You especially saw a change in that tonight. Chicago, hey, my city may hate you. There might be a big rivalry between our cities, but you know what? Chi-Town gave a lot of love to 205 Live, and that makes me happy as a wrestling fan. Complete with the Austin Aries chant, which his retort to his chant was actually pretty proper. As far as, hey, chant for what's going on in the ring as much as he digs the chants. And I'd be guilty. I'd be chanting for Austin Aries being out there too. I think he is still, since his introduction into 205 Live, I feel, and they're also putting him on Raw for the Cruiserweight matches as well. So I think that's incredible. I feel he breathes a breath of fresh air into the commentary table. And man, he may be one thing he is consistent about is his eye poke references. And I think they're hilarious. It's classic heel, it's classic Aries. Well, you know what I would do? I'd poke him in the eye. Gotta love Aries. Man, as much as I love him on commentary, I can't wait for him to be healthy again and to get back in the ring. Now, part of me really does want to see him be, a leader in 205 Live, a leader of the Cruiserweight division, but part of me also wants to see him to go on to greater things. And I have no doubt that that's going to happen. I think we just have to give it time. Hopefully he will achieve that. But for now, I'll take what I can get. Very proud of Milwaukee guy, Austin Aries, kicking ass on commentary, along with Graves and Mauro Ranallo. Some of the feuds I think have been really good. One being Jack Gallagher versus Aria Daivari, including the gentleman's duel we had tonight. That was cool. That was entertaining. Slightly almost looked like he was going to get hardcore, but it didn't. You know, especially with the pipe swinging, it could have gotten really bad. Lots of stuff on that table. It's just fun, and it shows that a guy like Jack can get over with a crowd by being himself. They didn't have to put him down in NXT and make him wrestle a certain way. They're letting him do what he does best, and that's number one, he's a great wrestler, first and foremost. B, I guess you can call it his gimmick, you know, his gentlemanly gimmick, is fresh and exciting to watch. And it's just a lot of fun, you know. So his feud with Daivari, I don't care how long it goes on. I'm sure they're going to probably run it another few weeks, maybe another month. But they're not beating it to death. They're trying to keep it interesting. You know, they had the gentlemanly duel tonight. And, you know, whatever they're doing between the 205 Live and the Cruiserweight division on Raw, it's great. I love it. The feud between Cedric Alexander and Noam Dar with Alicia Fox in the middle, as Noam Dar would say. You know, they've wrestled once or twice, whatever it was. I'm not gonna read all my notes, but the fact that Noam Dar's being very persistent in his chasing after of Alicia Fox, he's definitely showing his crazy side, especially tonight with the slaps, which he apparently really wanted for Christmas. All right, so and Cedric Alexander just trying to do what he does best and, you know, kick ass in the ring. I do like this feud. There's nothing really that original about it, but it's fun, you know. And it's like, as long as the action is good in the ring, I'm all for it. And what's also great about this is, in a classic way, the two really aren't touching each other. Noam Dar and Cedric Alexander are staying pretty far away from each other. Yeah, they've been right there at the side of Alicia Fox, but it's not like they're wrestling every week. There's just some kind of interaction between the two. So that keeps it fresh too. I like that a lot. Get the addition of guys like Lince Dorado in there. Very excited about that. What else? Tajiri is coming soon. We've seen a few promos about that. He'll be coming in the new year, looks like. Hopefully along with guys like Okada. Right now I think he's touring with NXT. But I would love to see Okada come real soon, hopefully. Let's see. Another great thing about tonight, not to talk too much about tonight, but that's the freshest thing in my head as far as 205 Live stuff. We've seen some borderline heelish / very confident promos from Mustafa Ali. And when he performed tonight in front of Chicago, whereas you'd think they'd be booing him, he's from Chicago. They gave him he got like the pop of the night, I think. He did really well against what seemed to be an injured, I don't know what the heck they called him in the ring. Let me quick look that up. I hate doing this. He's known in the ring as Mr. 450, but they called him by his real name, Yurnat. Jurnet, whatever his real name is. So I don't know if he was injured. It was just really awkward. It's like his one leg was really stiff. Aries said it looked like a groin injury. Yeah, that could very well be what it was, and it might have happened in the ring. They let him finish the match. In fact, Mr. 450 did pretty well if it was a legit injury. Let's hope he's not too badly hurt. I've seen him before. I know he's big on the independent scene. He's quite the in-ring vet. He was, as far as WWE-wise, I know he's been on NXT a few times. He was also, what do you call that? They had 4 guys picked for the Cruiserweight Classic that were brought in just in case there was an injury, so then they could throw somebody into the tournament. I can't think of what that's called. The term's not coming to me, I'm sorry. But he was on that list. He was one of those guys. But I've also seen him on TNA and some other stuff. So, well-known guy in the independent scene. I don't know if this was supposed to be a tryout for him or if he's just big locally to the Chicago crowd. Actually, that latter part is my first guess. Heard an AAW chant in there. That's Chicago. Some great stuff happening down there. They're really bringing in some big names. Hero, a lot of guys from Lucha Underground. Not to get into that. That's something separate. But big stuff happening in Chicago. What else? A great feud going on between Brian Kendrick and Perkins and Swan, especially for Roadblock and the dates surrounding Roadblock. Swan remaining champion. Very happy with Swan as champ. I've had some discussions with guys that have some mixed opinions on Swan. I mean, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody botches here and there. Nobody's perfect. I believe it was Max Magus, who I was talking with recently, he had mentioned some mistake that Rich Swann made in the ring during the pay-per-view, and I have to go back and look at it. That's one match that I probably didn't pay that close attention to. I thought it was an okay match, but there was something that happened during that match that Max felt it was significant enough that maybe Swan shouldn't be champ. Now, I felt that was pretty harsh. But, I don't know, what do you think? Talk to me. If you watch the brand closely, who do you think deserves to be champ more? Should it be Perkins, or Brian Kendrick, or Swan? I know it probably feels like the championship's been hot potatoed a little bit since the Cruiserweight Championship, since the end of the summer. But I feel like the rivalries surrounding the championship have been good enough that it, defines it okay. What else has happened on here? That's pretty much it. Of course, can't forget the, before I get into Neville, some interesting things that have happened on the independent scene that I've noticed from watching Flow Slam recently. By the way, going to be reviewing a lot of Flow Slam things coming in the new year on this channel. There's just an incredible amount of great things on Flow Slam TV. I highly recommend it. You may be paying $20 a month or the $150 a year, but the amount of shows and the amount of quality wrestling you get on there, you cannot deny that it's worth it. But now back to 205. Tony Nese, who is featured cruiserweight on here, just had his last date in the independent scene on House of Hardcore. So he's officially with the WWE now. He wrapped up all of his independent dates. Same with Drew Gulak. Gulak? Potato. Drew wrapped up his independent dates as well. His last one, from what I think, was with Evolve, a great match with, now I'm gonna forget who it was, Tracy Williams, I believe. Tremendous match, great feud. Another great thing on Flow Slam Live, the Evolve brand, go check it out. So he is with the Cruiserweight Division 205 Live, WWE, for good now as well. So, two great official additions to WWE. And it looks like they're not getting too watered down. You know, it seems like they're getting an okay amount of time. Hopefully that will increase in the future. I think they deserve it with the amount of talent, veteran talent that they do bring to the WWE. But yeah, let's talk about Neville. Holy cow. Great to have him back. I know he was gone for a while. I don't remember why. I know a lot of people were speaking out about it, you know, on social media, wanting him back. I don't know if he was injured. I'll have to do a little bit of research on that. If it was just they didn't have anything for him, I don't, maybe he had heat on him. I don't know what it was. But whatever is going on right now, it's great that he's back. The heel turn was very refreshing. I love it. And the fact that they're bringing someone as talented as him to 205 Live and the Cruiserweight division, I have absolutely no doubt that he is going to turn the entire division on its head quickly. As he had a tremendous match tonight with Rich Swann and just destroyed Swann. Holy cow. I mean, they really kicked each other's ass. They did. It was tremendous. What almost looked like Neville losing teeth, I think he lost his gum out of his mouth. But those two really kicked the snot out of each other. Great stuff. With Neville beating Swann tonight, certainly earns him a championship shot that might come as soon as the next time they meet, maybe next week. That's a guess. I would kind of be surprised if they held it off a month till the Royal Rumble. It's going to come very soon. And it's going to be interesting to see how long he holds it, because Swann really hasn't held it that long. He's held it for since the second episode a month ago in December. So interesting. You know, like each guy's held it for about a month, give or take a little bit. So that's my thoughts on 205 Live. I feel like the crowds are there. They're staying. They're not leaving right after SmackDown. They're sticking around. It's great to see. The talent is incredible. The rivalries are, I believe, are keeping the crowds there. They're entertaining. They seem fresh enough. And, you know, the commentary team is, bar none, one of the best teams out there. Between Graves, Ronaldo, and the addition of Austin Aries, you can't beat that. Hardly, you know. Now, everybody has their own favorites, I'm sure. But as far as in the WWE itself, for a commentary team, I would say that's the best. So yeah, hopefully get back to reviewing this on a weekly basis. Do some quick reviews here and there. Like I said, just getting back into the swing of things with me being about as healthy as I'm going to get Yeah, hopefully, hopefully things will stay okay. I do have a major surgery coming up. Not going to get into details on that on here right now. That's coming up in another few weeks. But nonetheless, going to keep it positive and keep things rolling on here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon. What's coming up next? I don't know, but there's going to be a lot of new things on this channel. A lot of new things I'll be talking about with Mile High Laz. And one thing we'll be wrapping up the year with very soon, within the next week, is a Best of Indies series. The best of the independents wrestlers. And I can't wait to discuss that. Not sure how big the list is going to be. We're in the process of compiling that right now. But stick around. It's going to be a first on this channel, and certainly not the last of things you hear about outside of the WWE. So if that's what you want to hear, you're going to be hearing a lot more of it. So thanks for watching.